guys, today I'm here to film the Summer Lovin Tag, and I wasn't actually tagged in this video, but after watching One Book One Reviews video, I'm going to go ahead and tag myself. So we are appropriately outside and I'm wearing a hat because hat hair. Anyways, there are 6 questions to this tag, and the first question asks for a book with an attention-grabbing first sentence. For that, I'm gonna go with The Last Policeman by Ben H. Winters, and if I do say so myself, this is a fairly interesting first sentence. I'm staring at the insurance man and he's staring at me, 2 cold gray eyes behind old-fashioned tortoiseshell frames, and I'm having this awful and inspiring feeling, like, holy moly, this is real, and I don't know if I'm ready, I really don't. If you liked that first sentence, that really sets the tone for the entire novel, and if you haven't checked this out yet, I would highly recommend it. Question number 2 asks for a book for a day in, and for this one I interpreted it as something that you would want to read all in one sitting. So I picked a graphic novel, and this is Fun Home by Alison Bechdel. I've talked about this on my channel before, but this is basically a graphic memoir exploring Alison's relationship with her father and all of its complexities. I really enjoy this. I've read it several times. It doesn't take more than a day, and I really like the artwork. There's a lot of, it's all this kind of pale, muted turquoise color, and I don't know, I really like it, and I would highly, again, suggest this one. All of these, I should stop saying that, all of these books are things I would recommend. Question number 3 asks for books that you would take on the road with you, and I'm gonna answer this one a little bit differently because I'm actually going on a brief road trip this weekend, so I'm just gonna show you the books that I will be bringing, even though I have never actually read them before. They are both from the library, and the first one is The Essence of Shinto, Japan's Spiritual Heart by Motohisa Yamakage. I finally said that right. I'm sure this is pretty much exactly what it sounds like. It's going to be a history of Shintoism, which is Japan's kind of native religion, and I'm very interested in this because I'm actually working on some writing right now that may or may not involve Japanese mythology and religion, and I think I need to do a little research first. This next one is very inspired by Mercedes from Mercy's Bookish Musings, and that is Fudoki by Kij Johnson. Kij Johnson? I don't know how to pronounce the author's name. This is a fantasy novel set in historical Japan, although I'm not entirely sure which era, and I believe it follows an aging empress who once was a female warrior and female politician, and I believe, based on this cover and from what I can remember from Mercedes' review, she has the ability to turn into a cat. Now, that's literally all I know. I could be totally wrong, but I will link Mercedes' video down below if I can find it. She gave it a raving review, I believe last year, on her channel, and I'm really looking forward to picking this up. Question number 4 asks for a book with a cold setting, so of course I'm going to go with The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. Now, this is the first book that pops into my head when I think of being cold or having a cold setting. This is set in Sweden in primarily the winter, and everything about it just feels cold. The descriptions are cold, the people are cold, the mystery is cold, and I don't know if that made any sense, but I really enjoy this, and this is definitely my pick for this question. Question number 5 asks for a book that you didn't enjoy so far this year, and this answer is a little unfair, to be completely honest, because I didn't dislike this book necessarily, I just wasn't as impressed or didn't enjoy it as much as I hoped to, and that is The Remains of the Day by Kazuo Ishiguro. For me, this novel was a case of simply having too high expectations based off of another of Ishiguro's novels, and I honestly wish I could kind of wipe my mind clean and go back and reread this for the first time and have a better impression, but yeah, I believe I gave this one 3 stars, so again, I didn't hate it in the slightest. I just wasn't as fulfilled by it as I was hoping. Question number 6 asks us to recommend one of our favorite books, and for this one I'm going to go a little bit weird or a little different, and I'm going to recommend Calvin and Hobbes by Bill Watterson. Over the past 2 years that I've been doing BookTube, I really feel like I've gotten to talk about all of my favorite novels on this channel, so I wanted to share with you guys that this is my favorite comic strip of all time. It always will be. I started reading it when I was a kid, and we have pretty much every collection possible. Sometimes we have duplicates. Basically, Calvin and Hobbes is about this little kid named Calvin who lives somewhere in, I believe, upstate New York, and then there is Hobbes. The cool thing about this comic strip is that everything that Calvin and Hobbes get up to actually happen in Calvin's imagination, because Hobbes is in reality a stuffed tiger. So I particularly like this collection in relation to summer. It's called The Days Are Just Packed, and it literally is chock full of all of the Calvin and Hobbes summer strips. So it's just really cute and they're just super lovable. Alright, so those are all of my books for the Summer Lovin Tag, and I'm gonna stop now because I'm starting to just get really chatty and rambly and I don't want to have any more video to edit than I need. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Feel free to do the tag yourself if you haven't gotten to do it yet. I hope you had a nice day, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! With a cold setting, so cold setting. This is kind of my go-to cold setting book. Not that that's a thing that I actually have.